What's up, guys? Today I have Anna with me today.
Hey.
Okay, I should have told you that was when you were meant to say hey. But anyway, I've got Anna with me today, guys, and I wanted to ask her about her experience in terms of the results that she's been getting whilst working with us. So, Anna, you've basically, well, I won't ruin it, but done like $20,000 in revenue in the past 4 or 5 weeks. Can you start off by just telling us where you were at before you joined?
Yep. So I was stuck at 10K monthly. That's kind of what I was averaging, which was, I mean, it was great, but it was not good enough for me. And I wanted more. And so for months, I had been stalling and just trying to reach more growth. But I just couldn't seem to get there. And so I'm going into my 5th week here and I've generated 20K. So I've been doing really well.
I love it. How long were you stuck at 10K for?
About 7 months.
Okay. And what sort of stuff have you tried in the what sort of stuff were you doing in those 7 months to try and scale past that?
Yeah. So I was in another coaching program at that time, and the goal there was as well, that if I joined, it was clear the goal was to scaling up to 20K a month. And some of the strategies that I was given or quote unquote taught, but it was just not helping for me as far as lead generation, organically speaking, at least. And so the flow of leads is really what I was struggling with the most in order to be able to scale.
Okay, that makes sense. And then before that as well, what was your experience in general with, courses, coaches, mentors, things like that? Because different people have vastly different experiences. So what was yours?
Right. So this is actually my third coaching program. So my first one, I had a pretty good experience, and that's what got me launched and started in the business. And so I did really well. I feel like it was good as far as a starter program. It was good for that. When it came time to kind of upgrade and go into the next level program, they would just seem really disorganized and had taken on too many people that they could handle coaching like individually and providing attention. So I said, no, that's not going to work for me. And so I went into another coaching program. That's like what I was saying. The goal was to get me up to 20K. The experience was awful for me. I got no return on investment, no individualized attention. The quote unquote systems were just not personalized whatsoever. It was not going to work for me at all. And then just almost no support from the coaches themselves. So I had a really, really bad experience that second time around, and I invested double the money too.
Yeah, because a lot of the time, when someone invests and they have a bad experience, it can either go like two ways, right? They can either think, hey, I think I want to hold off doing it again, or they can think, hey, I know there's something different out there that's going to work for me. So what was your thought process like afterwards, and why did you decide to actually come in to work with us, as your third, mentorship or investment?
Right. So yes, initially, exactly what you described. I was just fed up, traumatized with it, honestly. And then also I took a real blow as far as confidence, because when you do things and they don't work for you, then you start questioning whether you're the problem and maybe you're just not capable. So that's kind of the point that I had gotten to. And I guess I just took a break and I said, no more coaching programs. I'm keeping whatever money I'm making in my pocket. I'm not trying this again. And I just kept trying it on my own, but I noticed that my confidence was just continuously on the decline. And that had me really worried, because if I'm not the confident person that I'm supposed to be, I couldn't show up for my clients the way I wanted to. That was my biggest concern. And so when I slowly started to open back up to the possibilities, I said, this time I'm going to do a lot of homework. I'm going to check a lot of people out on Facebook before I entertain the thought. But I kept thinking there's got to be somebody out here who actually is going to get me, my business, it's going to be a good match, and it's going to have the right systems that are going to work to get me to the next level. And it was really a random conversation with another coach who we've kind of been in programs together, and she brought you up. And so I thought, I need to check into that, because I trust her and her judgment. And she had such a wonderful experience. So I started, checking you out on Facebook, and everything all the content you were putting out is just so real and so raw, but it was definitely speaking to me wholeheartedly with the issues that I've had and what I've been through. So that's what ultimately, made me think, let me reach out and see what she's about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that. And even if we look at the strategy side of things, just like at a high level, what do you feel like is different in terms of why you're able to get, from 10K to 20K in 4 weeks versus in the past? Was it like a strategy thing or something else, do you think?
For me, the biggest element here has been the one-on-one support. Like there's nothing like it. And, even if you believe in yourself and you're capable, it makes a huge difference every single day in how you're showing up in your business when you know that you have people behind you who actually believe in you at 100% and are checking in with you several times per week and actually seeking you out and to make sure that everything is good and that you're implementing the steps and everything. So the support level, the accountability, and like having the people that believe in you, for me, that's a game changer in itself.
Mm-hmm.
And then the systems so far have been great for me when it comes to lead generation, and it all has been organic. So that's even more amazing about it. I've been generating way more leads in the last 4 weeks than I had in months.
Yeah, that's amazing to hear. And with that, what kind of results did you get? Did you change your price point? Because I know we talked about that.
Yeah, so eventually was able to increase my price point for sure. And so, I have more clients now, I'm generating more revenue, but like I said, the lead flow also is more consistent now, just organically.
Mm-hmm. Do you know like what numbers you hit in the first week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks? Do you remember? Because I know so far you've done 20K in 4 or 5 weeks.
Yes. So in the first 8 days, it was 6K.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then it just gradually went up from there.
Yep.
Love it. What's the next level goal then?
The next level goal? Well, there's no ceiling here. So why not go for 30K? Definitely. And increasing that price point even more so.
What's your price point now? 1,800?
1,800, 20 to 2,400 would be the next.
Yes. That's what we spoke about in our initial call, 2,400.
Yes.
Love it. Okay. The question that I have for you is, for a lot of people watching this, they might be in similar positions where, well, they either worked or tried different coaches or courses or stuff in the past and didn't work, or they're stuck at around that 10K point and they're struggling to scale. So what advice do you have for those people watching?
Mm-hmm. Definitely it's going to be taking that leap of faith. But to keep in mind what I said about that one-on-one support and accountability, there's no way that this is not going to work if you have that team of coaches dedicated to you being successful and providing you with the one-on-one time. You can't beat that. All these other programs out here that are charging, whatever amounts of money, but none of them are providing that one-on-one support and literally the daily access one-on-one. That's unheard of. So there's no way to not succeed here. Mm-hmm. That would be the biggest thing, definitely.
Love it. And what was that moment for you where you were like, damn it, like I actually just have to do something uncomfortable? Because I know you said that initially, even when you spoke to Serena, you told me that you said you didn't want to take the leap until you felt ready, right? So what was that moment for you where you just shifted?
Yeah. So for me, it was actually having that, you talking about before I had my conversation with you?
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, it was really noticing that I was questioning myself way too much. Mm-hmm. And the doubt was creeping more and more into my head that maybe I'm just not good enough. Maybe I can't do this. Everybody else that I see seems to be doing 20 and 30 and 40K a month. But obviously, I've been trying for 7 months. And I had a whole program and I still didn't make it. So maybe this is just not for me. So when those ideas started to creep into my head, I was like, oh my God, Anna, this is going to go one of two ways. Either I go and find myself a real coach that's going to be the great match for me and I actually scale, or my business is going to completely crumble. That's the reality, because if I start thinking like that about myself, there's no way that my business is going to make it. So for me, it was really just realizing that I was at a
Crossroads.
Yeah, at a crossroad.
Yeah, love that. I think a lot of the time it's hard to come to that realization, but at least you have the self-awareness to realize that you have to show up in a certain way for your clients and for your prospects to then show up for you. Right. So final question for those of you who are watching this, and okay, where can people find you?
So Anna J Fit. Yeah, if anybody has any questions or wants to talk to me or reach out or anything like that, Anna J Fit, both on Facebook and on Instagram. And of course, I'm always available if anyone has, needs anything.
Yeah, guys. If you want to verify that she's a real person, it's Anna J as in just a J or J-A-E?
J-A-E.
All right, guys.
F-I-T.
And make sure you check out the business and marketing of someone who's killing it at 20K months. The Instagram handle is at Anna J-A-E Fit. All right, thank you for doing this.
No problem. You're welcome.